We aren't responsible for our first thought. We're only responsible for what we do with that. This is BethWe in the Koinonia Kitchen. And every once in a while, I'll have a bad thought pop into my head. That part of my life that I'm thinking about is clearly over. So why does that rogue thought keep coming back to remind me of my old way of life? Why does it keep popping up? It kind of slips into my mind or my dreams, my memories. It challenges me to remember who I am now, but it wants me to feel bad about who I am instead. It wants me to try to tie today to the past when I wasn't as healthy as I am now. In 12-step, they call it Stinkin Thinkin or insanity. The mind, what a great, incredible gift from God. It works hand in hand with my spirit and my body, and it pulls me as a human being with distinct abilities, thoughts, and potential together. All three of those natures working together. But for those of us who have had a history of healing past trauma, sometimes these old ideas will present themselves as current considerations. How do we deal with that? For me, first, take a deep breath. I have to note where I am. Somebody always said, look where your feet are. Is your thought about that moment where your feet are right now? If it is, take action on it. If it's a blast from the past or some weird, fearful musing about the future, dismiss it. Call it what it is. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to my commitment to do the next right thing. I say that like it's easy, but dismissing a thought like that isn't always easy. To get rid of the most traumatic memories or fearful musings, I have to begin with my breathing. I gotta take a deep breath in and let it out. It helps my body calm down because my body's reacting to the thought as if it's current. My body's reacting to my powerful mind. My mind's telling me I'm in a bad place or that I've done a bad thing, and my body is responding to that thought. So breathing deeply, it'll calm my body down and help me remember where I am right now. Once my body helps me out, I go to my spirit and I pray. I ask God to help me manage this thought attack that I'm having. Sometimes I write in a prayer journal, and that's especially effective when the thought keeps returning. Because as the words take shape on a page, I have visible proof that I have chosen a different way to live and to think. The last thing I do, I have to pay attention to my stress load. Have I taken on too much? Have I taken on more than normal? If so, I might need a rest day. I might need to cut myself a break and give myself a day of rest. Just knowing a day of rest is coming often lets my mind settle down. I'm always going to throw in this last idea. Write a gratitude list. Write a gratitude list about 5 positive things that are happening in your current life. When I do this every morning, I write 5 new things every day. It brings my mind back to the reality that I am healing and I am dealing with these past things. I am not the same person I was, and I am getting better one day at a time. And I have to keep that as my truth, not the fearful musing or that old stinking thinking in my head. The fact is, I've had an entire psychic change. I think completely different than I used to think. It's miraculous. The fact that the old thoughts come into my mind from time to time is not unusual. But as we live into the new way of life we have chosen, those interrupting ideas will become more and more infrequent. They just start to dissipate. They go away because they have nothing to do with how we're living now. Trust the process. Stay the course. And like the wise sages say, this too shall pass. It's just a thought. It's not a new reality. It shouldn't change your heart rate. You just have to take that thought captive and bring it into the now. It just doesn't belong here. I hope you're feeling better because you had a listen. Good Seed Podcast is powered by the BethWe nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. Our goal is to start the uncomfortable conversations that turn complacency into action and despair into hope. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at bethwe.com.